Hi, this is Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Index Card RPG Mass Effect tabletop role-playing game, which is running in one of the 2-hour slots on my Sunday game. This game is run by our Dungeon Master, Philip. Philip is the best mechanical person we have at the table. It's really interesting. So we're running Mass Effect. The reason why is Philip is a really passionate Mass Effect player. He's played every single Mass Effect game. Now, actually, I have an interest in Mass Effect. I tried to play. I have very little tolerance for video games, with very few exceptions, and I just didn't make it through. I actually think I own like 1, 2, and 3, and I just don't have the patience to play through. But I'm actually very interested in the Mass Effect world because, from what I can tell, Mass Effect is the most successful science fiction setting that has ever succeeded in video games. So I'm very interested in video games. I know they're I'm really kind of still trying to determine my full opinion on video games. They're relatively new. I think the jury is out on whether video games overall are a negative or a positive for America. I certainly don't believe, lots of terrible spree XYZs happen because of video games. But I definitely am in this situation where overall I think there's just millions of people who kind of like burn their time on video games and don't get a good return on it. And I really think time is the greatest currency we have. But one of the things I'm really fascinated with Mass Effect is Mass Effect, unlike any other video game in the history of video games, actually has high mechanical complexity on social interaction. Exactly what we're trying to unlock in Dungeons and Dragons, right? And then of course there'll be a lot more return on investment when we do it in Dungeons and Dragons, because there's just a lot smarter, more charismatic, more confident people playing Dungeons and Dragons than there are any video game in the world. Video games it's a commoner thing. Commoner people do video games because they're easy and they're fun, right? And Dungeons & Dragons is not easy or fun. Dungeons & Dragons is incredibly complicated and can be highly frustrating at times, right? But the return on investment is outrageously high, right? I feel like you become a Dungeon Master and you're pretty much set for life. I'm not sure I've ever met a Dungeon Master who's failed at life. You don't run across them. You're like, I'm a Dungeon Master. I make worlds. Yes, I can pay my bills. It's like every single thing you do in IRL becomes trivial once you're a Dungeon Master. You're like, of course, I build the politics for 3 realms, right? Yeah, I can pay my bills and I can keep a relationship strong and I can, it's incredible, right? So, yeah, so Dungeon Master is a huge thing. So Philip has given us this very, very cool Mass Effect game. It happens between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, and we currently have 3 players at the table for it. Frederick is a brand new player. He is playing a Drell Sentinel. I specifically am playing a human infiltrator by the name of Christoph Kor, and then we have another player who is playing a character. The name of the character is Tick Tick, and he is running a Solarian avatar. And so all this is, very exciting, and the game is going extremely well. So we had session 1 last night, and actually we had season 2, episode 1. Now I haven't given you the details for season 1 yet. I wish, and I would love to give you the full scope, right? But one of the things I'm trying to do is just cover things when they're fresh in my mind, and I had the passion from I finished this game, I finished playing in this game last night, so I'm very excited about it, and I want to kind of attach that excitement to the video, So I'm skipping the season 2, episode 1. So my character is the captain of the SS Midway, which is exactly the same size and shape of the SS Normandy, right? So I'm a captain, which is really exciting. I haven't had time to explore that in the game itself, which is totally okay because we're doing a lot of away missions, and the Dungeon Master, the Game Master here, Philip, is trying to keep everybody engaged, which I totally get. So this session, we all gathered up and we geared out at the Alliance, and then we prepared to go on the mission. So I'm going to cut this video off here. I just wanted to tell you the structure and the setting, and very shortly I'll actually give you a breakdown of our session. Thanks for letting me share this with you. I am very excited about exploring Mass Effect in Index Card RPG. Have you explored Mass Effect with any other tabletop role-playing games, or have you played Mass Effect? I'd love to hear your experience. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.